circulation out on the western side of Union City. And you see that little curly Q there near Tuttle as well. That's the one that Emily had a weak tornado with. I would say that there's a little weak tornado also near Tuttle. And the Koger area is a strong circulation center there as well. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. All 4 of these are dangerous and have tornado warnings with them. You can clearly see that hook over there by the GM plant. Is Mark Dillard still with us? I would say that that one is certainly strengthening. Go, Mark.
Yes, Mike, and I've had a wind shift from my winds going to being drawn south and east to almost due east now on 240, and I'm coming up to Air Depot and the Tinker exit on 240, basically here at the old GM plant, as you were saying. Just past the Heart Hospital as well. So my winds have now gone blowing from west to east towards the circulation. I mean, straight down the road. So it's almost going to be parked on 240, maybe wobbling back to the north a little bit. Trees blowing straight east. So it's going to be right here in front of us. I just cannot make it out, Mike. It's wrapped up in so much rain.
Mark, I think it's literally over or within a mile of the General Motors plant right now. I think it's on 240. I would say that it is increased in intensity now, and it could be up there in the EF2, EF3 category. It looks like it's approaching close to violent. It's a significant tornado on 240 right now at the GM plant.
Now I can see a little definition, Mike. Over the top of the GM plant, but my winds are telling me that the circulation is going to be south into the darkness here. Okay, now I'm starting to see some definition of the, oh my God, this thing may be a half-mile wide, the whole circulation, Mike. It's huge. The very dark area is just to the east of the GM plant, across 240, and then I cannot see anything south of 240. That's how.
All right, Tornado 1 west of Tuttle. We just talked about that. Tornado 1 west of Tuttle, sheet metal in the air. That's a report right now. I would say there is a significant tornado. Say that again?
On the ground, Santa Fe and 19th and more.
Okay, a report from Santa Fe and 19th and more. We're getting a report of a tornado on the ground from that location. I don't know if it's right there, or I think that's where the report's coming from Moore. Getting a few reports of a tornado still down there in the Newcastle West Moore area. So we're talking about West Moore and also this little weak tornado here near Tuttle. That is now just touched down again on the southeast side of Tuttle. That hook right there. So that's heading for Bridge Creek. You see it's almost moving due southward. That is heading down toward Bridge Creek. There's a confirmed tornado with that. And then also out here by Koger and Minko, there is a likely tornado with this circulation as well. That's also moving southeastward toward Minko. So we have 4 main areas here that are quite dangerous. Northwest of Minko, west of Minko, heading southeast. Southeast side of Tuttle, tornado confirmed right there, sheet metal in the air. That's heading toward Bridge Creek, almost moving due south. Tornado possible, if not likely, in southwest Moore. In southwest Moore right now, tornado there. Let's go to the chopper. John Welsh, can we talk to John?
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go, John.
Mike, we're just, I'm at Sunny Lane Road, and, well, it's actually a reporter here in Norman, and about Main Street, shooting back towards the north, and you can see that pretty electric storm. We've kind of went all the way just past the GM plant, kind of for Lake Thunderbird, and we're just tracking our way back around, staying on the south side of the chute back and towards the north. And we saw a lot of power flashes in there, but it's just so heavy and so wrapped up in rain. Like Mark talked about earlier, the hurricane-type rain, we really isn't able to see any texture since we have our backup and we're shooting off the shoulder cam here. But we've been tracking this, all the way from well west of Yukon here. And this dude's getting pretty nasty right here. As Travis has got a pretty wide shot, he tells me. And that road that we're going over right there, that's going to be Air Depot Road, shoot back up towards the north. So the GM plant is right in there. So it's going to be just on the south and west side of Tinker, south and east side of Tinker. And this thing it has those signs of lining up. We can look all the way back to the west towards Tuttle. We've got pretty much a wall of rain from Tuttle, from our vantage point, all the way through pretty much over the east side of Draper now, Mike.
Okay, John Welsh, Bob Board Chopper 4, appreciate that. John, when was the last power flash you saw?
The last power flash was about the time we came off our gas, so about just probably 3 or 4 minutes ago. And it's going to be, it would have been on I-240 and probably somewhere about Bryant or Sunny Lane, somewhere in that general area.
Okay, Bryant, Sunny Lane, 240. That would be exactly where we show the tornado vortex right now. John, appreciate that. We're going to come back to you. Let's go to Mark Dillard, who's right at that location. Mark?
Yes, Mike, I hope that I'm wrong about this, but this whole thing, it looks about a mile wide, and the darkest circulation and rain wrap. I haven't come across any really true damage on 240 here, but we had a ton of power flashes going off, and I'm looking off to my south and east, almost east now, kind of the curve 240, and it is just a hurricane there. When I say that is, it's just so wrapped up in rain, you can make out any definition down to the ground. It's just a blinding, driving rain. Now I can kind of see, the base a little bit, almost all the way through it. It may just be a situation, Mike, where it's tree topping. The circulation is still very low, as it has been all day. Out in El Reno, it was wrapping down so low to the ground and then producing these vortices, suction vortices that would just whoop around the main circulation. But this thing is so wrapped up in rain and an HP, heavy precipitation cell, that it's so difficult to see unless you get a peek through the rain curtains, the wrapping rain curtains. Now it's starting to get a little more sunlight throughout it, and I don't have anything all the way down to the ground as far as I can tell, Mike. But this thing's going to be heading to the I-40 corridor again, along 240 just east of the split, and east of...
Mark, I tell you what, hold on here. All right, so for the Metro here, let's. Here's what we have right now. This is a significant tornado here. It's very close to South 89th Street, about ready to go over Draper Lake. That is a significant tornado. Also, there's a tornado with this one. We've been talking about it in more. We keep getting reports. Yes, John Welsh, if we can talk to you, can John hear me? John, we need to look down in South Moore, just south of the Warren Theater. What do you see right there on I-35 at South Moore?
I see a ton of parked cars. We have some lowering scud that is going to be, it's going to be actually almost in between, like just north of the Franklin. Oh, hang on, I got power flashes right there. I-35, I'm going to call it just north of Indian Hills Road, in between Indian Hills and South 19th. Power flashes, probably I-35 or just on the west side of I-35. So right there, the same area that you're just going to be south of the Target. You have the New Hemispheres, and some of the other. You have that Chick-fil-A. There's also an Academy, Tractor Supply, Gordon's, Kohl's on that shopping center right there is where it appears. But definitely some big power flashes just west of I-35, or I'm going to call south from our vantage point, south of 19th Street, north of I believe it's Indian Hills Road is that intersection right there. I believe it's like mile marker 116, 115 area on I-35. It's really, really black. And heavy rain there. We've got some scud that's going to be coming down from the south and east of there. So the scud's going to be hanging over like Porter and probably, Rock Creek, Tecumseh area. But just, if you can see the scud in the screen, you'll just look to the top and to the left over in that dark, heavy rain. That's where we saw the power flashes almost instantaneous, as you said. Look over there by... Well, we'll just bounce around right here. Just when you said that, look over there by the Warren Theater. So we're going to say shoot near this area as we kind of track away from it, Mike.
Okay, so that is a confirmation there. Power flashes, I-35 in South Moore, very close to Indian Hill Road. And that is the location of that tornado right now. John, we do want to stay with you. Lance West joins us here quickly. Lance?
Absolutely.
Hey, Mike, we are trying to get to I-40 where those cars were overturned in the tornado earlier, and boy, it's all water out here, my friend. These roads are covered in water. There have been some swift water rescues out here. We saw our first bit of tornado damage on Banner Road in Reno. We saw some barns destroyed, some fences down, tower poles, dozens of tower poles have been snapped in two. Folks, if you don't need to be out, you need to stay inside because this is extremely dangerous out here. A lot of these roads are impassable right now. We're doing our best to navigate back to I-40.
Lance, appreciate that very much, and we will check back with you. Let's go back to John Welsh and Bob Moore, Chopper 4. Tornado in South Moore now, near I-35 and Indian Hill. and it is moving to the southeast toward North Norman. John, what have you seen here in the past few minutes?
Yeah, just a few minutes after those firefighters, we just saw a lot of rain. I'm over the Postal Training Center there on Highway 9. Travis is trying to get back up. We're getting hit by some heavy wind. It's blowing us 40, 50 degrees left and right, so it's pretty bumpy. I'm still seeing a lot of heavy rain. I've seen some, there's like a whole block, golly, there's like a whole block that is completely without power in that area, so I'm assuming that it, obviously at that power flash, it knocked out that whole grid. So